Alright everybody, welcome to Pocono for the Inspired Cup Series. Right now, Colton Ward leads the field over Henderson, Kennard, Will Hoyt, and Peppers. So right now, been a long week. Hope everybody enjoyed the Thanksgiving holiday. Lord knows I did. But right now, racing all the way up through till Christmas. And it will continue. Live from Pocono again, Colton Ward, Josh Henderson, Ben Kennard, Robert Will Hoyt, Travis Farmer, your top five. Jeffrey Peppers making his return tonight. Cade Cannon, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning, and Darcy Hard, the top 10. Right now, well, we've got moment of action, 10 minutes. Here's a quick pre-show. I am going to reiterate the points one more again. Right now, top 13 left remaining that still have a decent shot as we itch closer and closer to the playoffs. Elijah Fisher holds a 133-point cushion to the cut line. Colton Ward second, Henderson third. Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Stephen Henning Jr., Chris Loda, Jason Williams, Thomas Hernandez, and Tyler Stone. Your top 10 in points. Right now, Cade Cannon out by 10. Cannon right now in the 7th spot. James Hadaway out by 13, and Hunter Rozelle out by 24. Well, you also want to talk about the points and all that. We will iterate. The last time that we were live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network for the Inspired Cup Series, Colton Ward, after a dominant race at the Glen, has cut the points lead down between him and Elijah Fisher to just 13. With that being said, right now there's Colton Ward in a complete mess. 7 train Bobby Hadaway, Cade Cannon, Stephen Henning Jr., Jeffrey Peppers. See if we can't get an interview with a couple drivers real fast here. Let's start with the man who right now is actually running second in the points, entering tonight. Or not second, but third in the points. Hot Shot Henderson, Gary Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Going pretty good right now. Second on the board. What can we expect tonight out of this tractor supply Ford Mustang? Do you feel like it's a contender tonight, sitting right now second on the board?
Yeah, pretty quick so far, actually. The only thing I really got to compare myself to is Indy, and I was awful at Indy, so a little tired tonight, to be honest with you. So maybe that's a good thing, though. Maybe I won't overthink things and keep the car smooth. But so far, pretty quick. That wrap right there at, what, 0-0-1 off Colton. That was with a little bit of help with some draft. Oh, look at Ben to the top of the board. So we should be good tonight, though. Goal is to come away with the top 5 here. And I don't know, just kind of right the ship before we head to some more of these road courses. But we'll get through the next couple weeks and then prepare for playoffs.
Well, buddy, right now, of course, you're on the track. I'm not, so I'll ask you this. What is the track temp looking like? How's the car handling? Is there anything that we could expect for tonight?
Yeah, I have the telemetry on the track temp, but I can tell you these tires fall off fast, man. Like, you maybe got two good laps in them, and then you really can't do much to keep the speed up other than push the cart a little too hard. So Cade's talking here, it's throwing me off. But yeah, I can tell you right now, I think there's going to be a decent amount of tire fall off. I think the guys who saved some tire in turn 1 and are easy on the throttle in turn 3, you know, patient with it, are really going to be the guys that are going to shine after a little bit of the run. So got to keep those front cars within sight so you can use the draft. The draft's going to be super powerful, I think, too, down these straightaways. But right now, best thing I can tell you is I think tires are going to wear out here on these cars. We'll see how it plays out.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you in this thing.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Let's, hope I can talk to you too, man. Have fun up there.
You too, buddy. Right now, Josh Henderson enters tonight third in the points. But it has not been the easiest of the last few weeks. 4 to 17 team really has kind of downgraded from where we saw at the start of the season. But right now, Ben Connert, you're fast in practice over Colton Ward. Yeah, he can't get a word with. Ben Connert, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hello, yes. How's it going?
It's going pretty good right now. Top of the board with a 54.446. I'll ask you these two questions. One, we've heard that you're more of a road course ringer, but the speed has shown since you came over to the Cup Series in this 46 car. Is it kind of really explain the process and transition over to the road courses, and then what can we expect tonight out of the 46 team?
Like transition over to the road courses from like a regular road course car or what?
Just in general, we saw you in Daytona completely dominate the field.
Yeah.
And then the transition from these cars from Daytona to the ovals with these cars, how's the transition being? Pretty smooth or?
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this car more on the ovals. It drives very differently from the road course to the oval, because on the road course you mainly manage it with the brake. That's how you get your rotation. In this, it's not as much that way. But I think we've been improving, we've been learning, and yeah, I'm hoping to do pretty good tonight. I think we have the pace to be, top 5. So happy with practice right now.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck here. We'll let you get ready for qualifying. Hopefully, get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Right now, Simtex Racing owned in the Daytona Road Course winner, trying to get his first oval win tonight. Right now, in a pretty good spot to do it. Other drivers tonight looking to get in. First, we'll get Kay Kennan, who right now sits at 11th, 10 points out of the lead. Kay Kennan, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
10-4.
Well, I'm gonna tell you tonight, you're out of the points by only 10 points tonight. After the last 2 weeks being solid enough to keep you within striking range, and of course other circumstances. But I'll ask you this tonight: do you feel like you can close? Do you feel like you can close the 10-point gap coming into tonight, or with these next few weeks going to be challenging enough before we take the Christmas break?
I think we can. Pocono, I didn't get the race last year. We didn't race it in these cars, but I didn't get to it in the ARCA. But just being out here now, I'm having a good time with it. It feels good. I do believe we got a good chance if things go well enough for us that we could definitely close the gap, if not actually put ourselves in the P10 position. So I do believe no matter what, like I said, no matter what, I'm not going to stop fighting. I do think we got something for this.
Well, buddy, I got to ask this other question. Of course, with these next few weeks coming up, how challenging do you feel like it's going to be? We got a few road courses in there, a few short tracks. Really, from your perspective, and then of course the wild card that is Daytona or iRacing Super Speedway, where can we see the 9 teams momentum going? Do you feel like it's going to play into your favor, or do you feel like it's going to be a bit challenging, the road
I
ahead?
definitely, the road courses are definitely going to be, could be up and down ones for me. But I do believe other than those, the other tracks can definitely play into my favor. And I've done pretty well on the road courses, surprisingly. I always thought those would be my worst parts on during these, but it's actually gone my way that I needed them to. So hopefully, if things go the way I need it to, we could definitely not only knock ourselves into playoffs, but maybe even gain a few more positions and go fight for a championship, hopefully.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you get ready for qualifying coming up here. Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. Kate Cannon right now, 5th on the charts. Right now, Ben Kennert, Travis Farmer, Colt Ward, Josh Henderson, Kate Cannon, your top 5. Jason Williams, Aaron Stanton, even though he is race control, 7th quickest. Jackson Hadaway, Robert Wilhoit, and Jeffrey Peppers, your top 10. With 15 seconds remaining in final practice. Alright. 5 minutes to post 2 laps. We're qualified right now. Josh Henderson will be the first one to get us started, followed by Kay Cannon. Ben Kennert fast in practice. Elijah Fisher, and then bit of a hornet's nest for the rest of the field. Coming out, Mike Hauser, Hunter Rozelle, Travis Farmer, and somebody else hiding somewhere, but we'll worry about that here in a minute. Hot Shot Henderson on the board. Right now, Harrison in the turn 3. Testing out a bit of new cameras that we got for Pocono tonight that we did not have the last time we were live from the ARCA series last season, and Josh Henderson's first lap. 54.769. Right now, Travis Farmer on point to be the fastest right now. Elijah Fisher top of the board, 54.671. Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser top of the board. Travis Farmer knocks him off. 54.420 for Farmer's first lap. Jason Williams just rolling that onto the racetrack now. Yeah, the downer got massively loose at the corner. Jeffrey Peppers making his return to the Inspire Cup Series. Coming off of turn 3, very flat. It's going to be Going to see drivers might lose it off of turn 3 tonight. Pepper's first lap, survey says 55.095, 8th quickest for Pepper's first lap. Focus back in on Travis Farmer, who completes his lap not faster than the first. Jesse Glover, way high up into turn 3. Getting everything for all it's worth. Close to grass a little bit off of turn 3. Jesse Glover, is this an improvement? It is not. 55.612, 2/10 slower on his second lap. Stephen Henning Jr., who enters tonight, 7th in the points. Right now, 10th quickest. Survey says at the line, does he gain anything? Henning does not. 55.0, just shy of improving, or at least matching the time. Robert Wilhoit, the Tier 1 Ford Mustang across the line. His second lap, 55.539, and Wilhoit slides into 15th. Right now, 6 seconds left. Travis Farmer on pole for tonight. All right. With that being said, 80 laps on deck tonight. Your starting lineup: Travis Farmer, Ben Knert, first and second. Mike Hauser, Kate Cannon, Elijah Fisher, the points leader, enters tonight, starting 5th. Tyler Stone, Josh Henderson, Jason Williams, Chris Loda, Christopher Roska, your top 10. Stephen Henning Jr., Hunter Rozelle out by 24 points tonight. Needs a big turnaround. He'll roll off in the 12th spot. On further down through the field: Jeffrey Peppers, Bobby Hadaway, Jesse Glover, Robert Wilhoit. Darcy Harr making his return tonight will be the last drivers who posted a lap. The rest, iRacing's discretion. Colt Ward starting in the 18th spot. Aaron Stanton, race control. So that will move Jackson Hadaway into the 19th spot. Matt Morrison rolls on 20th. David McCullough and Ryan Hindleder will round out the field tonight for 22 cars. On deck for 80 laps. You cannot get a word with the pole sitter. Travis Farmer, Gary James up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Well, rolling off from a pretty good spot, I must say. Got in the pole tonight, an extra bonus point to go to your favor. You also enter tonight out by 60 points from the points lead. Been a pretty good, decent, solid stretch for you since the win at Texas. But what's it going to take tonight to try to close that points gap?
It's going to take some good driving tonight, some consistent, just trying to take it easy. Just see where I end up pretty much. But I'm hoping for at least the top 5.
Well, I'll ask you this right now. According to the stuff that I'm looking at, 96-degree track temp, little slick, but not a lot. Is that a safe assumption? What do you feel like is going to be the biggest challenging aspect for not just yourself but other drivers?
Probably tire wear. That's probably going to be the biggest thing. It don't feel too bad out here.
Well, buddy, best of luck going forward tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you back in the winner's circle.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Well, got a couple other drivers right now hovering around that 10th playoff spot. Again, if you're just joining us tonight, first off, welcome to the Pocono Mountains. Second off, the points entering tonight. Tyler Stone holds on to the 10th and final spot as we inch closer to the regular season finale at Talladega. I believe there's like 8 races left. Cade Cannon out by 10. James Hadaway out by 13. Hunter Rozelle out by 24. Realistically, they are the drivers who still have a realistic shot. But points on down. Devin McCullough, Robert Will Hoyt, Justin Max, Bobby Hadaway, Jeffrey Peppers, and Ben Knert, your top 20. With that being said, see if I can't squeeze in Hunter Rozelle real fast. Hunter Rozelle, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, right now, due to circumstances, you're right back into the thick of the chase bubble here, rolling off 11th tonight, but out by 24 points. What's it going to take to try to close out that 24-point gap, and how confident are you in the 20 machine?
I mean, I think we can close the gap. 24 points doesn't seem like a lot, but we also race around some really good racers too. So as far as squeaking my way in, I feel like it's just going to take some good finishes. I feel like if I can get into the playoffs, that the tracks that are in there are more my style. But just getting consistent finishes from here on out, I think we'll be all right.
Well, I got to ask, we got some pretty drivers tracks. Mid-Ohio, obviously we know road courses are not your strong suit. Mid-Ohio next week, but then we go to wheelman tracks, as I like to call them, Gateway, New Hampshire. We see you on Super Speedway, so iRacing Super Speedway ought to be something. Confidence level as we itch closer to Talladega for the regular season finale.
That's one I've got marked on my calendar for sure. I love the super speedways. Mile and a half short tracks. These big tracks like this, it's a tricky triangle for a reason, and I've yet to figure it out. So, just trying to keep her in one piece tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. With that being said, the field coming off of turn 3, no turn 4. But coming off turn 3, Farmer, Knert in the restart zone. We're rolling live. We're Pocono. So far, the field makes it through the first corner. Arguably going to be the trickiest one. Cade Cannon out to the early lead. At the line, Cade Cannon leads the first lap. Ben Knert immediately looking to the bottom. Turn 1 is going to be extremely critical tonight. Perhaps, in my opinion, the hardest turn of the 3 tracks, the hardest turn of the 3 corners. But it's also going to be, I believe, the easiest to make a pass on. Cannon thins off Knert to enter the tunnel turn, turn 2. Very flat part of the racetrack, but even flatter is turn 3. It's got a big combination of tracks. You got steep banking, you got slight banking, then you got completely flat. Cannon right now looking solid, and Cade Cannon going to get a bonus point for leading a lap in an Inspire Cup Series race. You're right on board with the driver tonight. Right now, as Cannon leads his teammate, and Amanda enters tonight 13 points out of the points lead in second. Right now, Colt Ward already up. Give or take 4 spots where he started this race. Ward on the move. And right now, Kay Cannon still under assault from Ben Knert. Farmer third. Hauser second. Hot Shot Henderson inside the top 5. Drivers throwing it wide there. You see Rosca at 36 diving low. Going to block Jason Williams for the moment. Well, right now, as it stands, battle for the what appears to be the 10th spot. Hunter Azell, or not Hunter Azell, but Christopher Rosca and Jason Williams battling it hard. Azell skips out tonight. See one. Oh, Rosca hard off the wall in the back. Able to keep it straight for the moment. For the lead, Knert again is going to look to the bottom. Think he'll be able to get there. Kay's going to slam the door on him. Not Mike Hauser. Been close so many times this season as you're right on board with him. To get in his first win of the season, of course, the Chicagoland winner from season 1. Right now running in the 4th spot. See the driver's using that apron, trying to perhaps make the car turn a little bit better. Coming off the corner. The other doubter's complete accidental hitting that flap. See how they're going to roll it in on the high side. Around Travis Farmer going to try to. Farmer's going to shut the door. Hauser looks right back to the inside again. You'll see turn 3 really be used as a way to set up the front straightaway and potentially a pass into turn 1 as Ben Knert tries it again on Cannon this time. Driver to 46 will get there. Cannon going to look right back to the inside, going to cross him over again. Well, it's also going to bring really the top 5 altogether. Elijah Fisher 1.4 back. Right now you can throw a blanket under the top 5 from Knert all the way back to Henderson. And really, you talk about drivers needing to turn around. Josh Henderson started off strong the first two weeks of this season, back-to-back wins at Daytona and Rockingham. But really, since the bad run, caution out. Get back to that momentarily. Ryan Hindenleader around at the exit of turn 2. First caution of the night comes 6 laps in. What in the name of Mike? Oh, him and Jesse Glover. Okay, rewind it. Look at it from the Reggie Racing Network blip camera. And my crap. Glover looks to the inside on the tunnel turn. Looks like Glover washes up into Hindenleader. And around it goes. And for the driver making his debut tonight, this will not be how he wants to start it. Right on board with him. Wicked shot. Next on board, Jesse Glover. Well, this will really tell us right here. Glover does send it in, and yeah, it just washes up. Right. Well, while we're under caution, we've also missed something on lap 5 with David McCullough. Oh, him and Jackson Hadaway getting together, and oh, big shot by David McCullough. There's one. So 2 drivers already out, possibly tonight. That being said, Ryan Endelair, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Sir, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. First off, nice to meet you. Welcome to the Inspired Racing League. Unfortunately, not tonight that you had envisioned. Starting off, first off, how bad's the car, and can you get back out there and turn a few laps?
I will be able to get back out there. I'm on hold for about another 20 seconds. Hopefully the repairs aren't too bad and I can continue on.
Well, from your vantage point, can you walk us through what you felt like happened?
Yeah, coming into the turn there, I knew I had a guy low side, so I tried to leave a little room. It was a little tight of a gap there. So just a racing incident. I don't feel like that should go against him or anything. I feel like that's just the luck of the draw coming out of that turn.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on making your debut tonight. Hopefully we'll get to see you a little bit more often than not as the season goes forward. I'll ask you this last question. What is some of the most challenging aspects when it comes to this track?
The turns, slowing down and handling the speed and carrying momentum through the turns.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing still. Maybe it ain't that bad.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So it will not be the debut that Ryan Hindenleder wants, but it will give the field a chance to catch their breath. Kate Kenna elects the outside lane over Ben Connert, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Josh Harrison top 5, Elijah Fisher, Hunter Azell, Tyler Stone, Jason Williams, and Jeffrey Peppers, your top 10. So you cannot get a quick word with Tyler Stone. Tyler Stone, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. You got a quick copy?
Gotcha, sir. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. I'll ask you this, not to put pressure on you, even though you are my driver. You enter tonight as the gatekeeper, as I like to call it, 10th in the points, only separated by 10 from Kate Cannon, who right now is the leader. How do you feel about the car? What is something you've learned about this track in the early going?
I got to tell you, I'm still learning. I messed up my leg stepping in a hole playing golf over Thanksgiving,
Oh,
so
good Lord,
I'm
sir.
trying to figure out how to brake. But we're having a good time. To be honest, I really just need to focus on finishing the race. We've had good cars and good speed in previous races and just haven't put a lot of good races together, so that's the goal today.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. I'll let you get ready for this restart. That being said, Kate Ken and Ben Connert bringing us to the restart. Jesse Glover dropping to the end of the line. Don't know what's going on back there, regardless of the fact we're rolling. And Cannon with a big restart. Hell of a restart. Field not spinning out quite yet. Colt Ward all the way to the bottom in the back. Right on board with the Sporky. That was an aggressive move. Right now, Ward trying to make up all the spots again. Chris Lyotta, massive damage to that 60 car on the right side as Colt Ward moves up to the 15th spot. Another driver looking to turn his season around. Well, really, his debut, Matt Morrison, has shown great speed since his debut, but his first 4 races, all resulting in a DNF, starting at Texas. And then, of course, the most notable one 2 weeks ago at Watkins Glen, where him and his teammate David McCullough came together, exited turn 1. So right now, Morrison knows he's got the race-winning car, but also knows that got to finish these races and put them together. Right now, Elite Motorsports. Right now, Matt Morrison in 11th, David McCullough in the garage after contact with Jackson Hadaway earlier in the race. We'll see if they cannot get that 2-car back out onto the racetrack. Right now, Kay Cannon leads, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Ben Knert, Elijah Fisher, the top 5. Hotshot Henderson, Jeffrey Peppers, Hunter Azell, Tyler Stone, Matt Morrison now just has got himself into the top 10. Rounds out the top 10. Right now, the first half of the race, it's going to be drivers trying to establish themselves in a good spot. As the race wears on, you're going to really see who are going to be the contenders. See Cannon down almost a defensive move. Well, really, it's just to try to block Farmer from trying to get a run on the inside. Matter of fact, Farmer is going to look to the inside for the lead on Kay Cannon. David McCullough just exiting the pit, 7 laps down in the 22nd spot. Going to try and limp around. I hope some drivers fall out of the race early so he can gain a few spots. Right now, Ryan Hendon leader also out on the racetrack, 2 laps down. Mike Hauser up to 2nd. Right now, you're seeing a pretty big gap from 8th all the way back to 9th. Tyler Stone went on to that 9th spot. Hunter Azell right now side by side with Jeffrey Peppers for the 7th spot. Azell with the advantage. Of course, the 2025 High Side Racing League champion trying to get himself back into the title picture, championship picture more or less, out by 24 entering tonight. And we know as Pepper's going to, Nate Fisher shut the door on Peppers, and Peppers tried to shut the door on Azell and did not work. That was close. But for Hunter, these next few weeks are going to be critical. Mid-Ohio, we know he's not a road course guy. That's going to be his biggest problem. But then Gateway, New Hampshire, iRacing Super Speedway, Chicagoland, Fuji, and then back to kind of his own playing field at Talladega for the regular season finale. Of course, all that's weeks out as far as Talladega and iRacing Super Speedway goes. But right now, Hunter needs about as many points as he can get tonight, so he does not enter Mid-Ohio in a deeper hole. But right now, the man they're all chasing, Kay Cannon, entered tonight 11th, 10 points out from Tyler Stone. Right now, Cannon has led the most laps tonight at 14, so he holds the covenant 3 bonus points for leading the most laps, but not for long. Here comes Mike Hauser to the inside. Waffle House, baby. Nick Knert would not go with him. Travis Farmer 3 wide. Good grief. Hauser backs out of it. Did a smart move this early, but Farmer already testing the waters, trying to see will 3 wide work. How will it affect his competitors? And right now, Mike Hauser going to try to slide back, settle in fourth, side by side for third with Travis Farmer. Farmer's going to take the bottom to the toe and turn. Fisher going to go wide, going to allow Henderson right to the inside. And you know Peppers and Azell's looking at their chops right now. Right now, Farmer sliding up again. Elijah Fisher starting to slide back a little bit. Him and Mike Hauser both. Hunter Azell's going to look to the inside of Henderson for the 6th spot. Side by side for 4th. Meanwhile, that's going to let Cade Cannon, Ben Knert slide out just a little bit, just over a half second. Right now, I would do it inspired marketing through the field, but I mean, the action's too good to turn away from it right now. Look, you can take right now the top 8, and they're only separated by 1.5. Here comes Knert right back to the inside again. Right back down to the bottom. Thing about it is now Will Hauser trying to make it 3 wide. He'll stay in line. Then Knert back to the spot. Side by side between the two teammates of Fisher and Hauser. Practically Cannon and Knert just battling this out. Matter of fact, be the perfect time. The Raging Idiot Racing Network blink camera. Down the front straightaway, you get a great look at it. Oh, Henderson turns Fisher! The points leader in trouble early in the going at Pocono. And caution is out for the 2nd time tonight. Don't see a lot of damage to that car. At least from what we can tell. Get a great look at it here. Well, you know he made contact with the wall. Thing about it is, how bad is it? Actually, it might not have. Well, let's look at it from the chopper camera. Henderson comes up a little bit too much. Gets Fisher right in the door. Oh! Well, hold up. There's more to it. Fisher sends it in 3. Josh kind of using him up. Fisher off the wall. Gets into the 17 again. And I don't know if that's a misjudge on Henderson's part or if he was a little mad. I don't think he was pissed about it. Excuse my language. The real only issue that Fisher would face is how we'll slow motion it here. Well, Henderson gets into Fisher, but right here is the concern. Look how the wheels are turned. He's going to make pretty significant contact into that inside wall. The only issue is there wheel damage to the 16, and how would that hinder the performance going out? We're really going forward. It's right on board with Elijah Fisher. Really set it up after turn 2. This is going to be big in the points. Again, to reiterate, Colt Ward out by 13 points after the dominate run at Watkins Glen. Fisher in the gas a little bit more. Henderson kind of fades up. Fisher off the wall, hits Henderson. Down she goes. Two sides to every story. It's right on board with Josh Henderson next. This right here would give us a good look at it. Well, under caution for the second time tonight. The points leader, Elijah Fisher, in trouble. After contact with Josh Harrison, Cade Cannon wins the race off of pit road. The Pocono Mountain just got a whole lot more interesting. Right now, Cade Cannon, Colt Ward, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Hunter Rozelle, the top 5 off of pit road. Well, I'm going to pull up one of them first because I don't know how upset the other one is at the moment. But let's get Josh Anderson in here. Josh Anderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
How you doing, man?
Hi, so faster.
Well,
So.
I'll ask you first. What did you feel? Walk me through turn 3 in the front straightaway. What did you feel like happened?
I was trying not to let you by. He looped now.
Yeah, I obviously have no intentions of wrecking Elijah. I was racing him hard. Felt like there was a couple moments there where he kind of put it on my door and put me in a rough spot. But it's just racing, like everybody's under a blanket with the giraffe, man. And so was I frustrated? Sure. And I think we came off 3, and it felt like I got doored. It felt like he just came off the wall and doored me. And so I tried to get back up, and I thought I was driving a straight line. Apparently I was driving a straight line right towards his rear quarter. So definitely not intentional. Feel bad for him. It was fun racing, I'm not going to lie. But some of those moments, it's like, man, why'd you put me at that spot? And then you lose 2 spots and you got to battle back. It's just, everybody's under a blanket. It's really hard. And obviously you don't want to take anybody out, though. That was never my intention.
Well,
so I apologize to him.
Well, how difficult is it really, I'll let you get ready for the winter green here, but how difficult has it really been to be able to make passes? It seems like from my vantage point, drivers are using turn 3 to try to set up for the straightaway, because it looks like turn 1's about the only spot you'll have to really get a pass done. How tough has it been trying to make spots up here?
Yeah, we're going to work our way back through there. Just take my time. There's a couple of these guys back here that I don't race with a lot, so gotta take my time working my way back through there. But to answer your question, man, no, you get such big runs, you can kind of dive every corner if you really want to. It's just making it stick, and as the run goes on, you get tight. Dirty air just takes it off. You see a lot of guys bouncing off the wall because they're following so close to each other. So just got to back up those entries and make the passes off corners, not into corners. So we'll work our way back through there. But, like I said, apologize to Elijah.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward here. Hopefully we can talk to you again.
Yeah, and hopefully in better terms. Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. What a real racket. Cade Cannon, Travis Farmer, Colt Ward, Mike Hauser, Hunter Rozelle, your top 5. Jeffrey Peppers, Matt Morrison, Tyler Stowe, Robert Will Hoyt, Jason Williams, your top 10. Going to have to keep a close eye on that 16 machine to see just how badly damaged it is. Pace truck off of turn 3. So you saying turn 4, but turn 3 tonight. We're rolling again. Cannon Farmer brings us down. Chris Lauda way down to the apron, going to come back up. As Cannon's going to hold the lead. Hauser cuts off Travis Farmer, and here comes Colt Ward. Down the back straightaway. Ward was able to hold third for the moment. Farmer looked to the inside. Ward fins it off. Right now, Cannon has led the most laps at 22. But it has not been easy. Not sure what the issue was with Ben Knert, but the driver to 46 mired all the way back in 15th after this pit stop. Meanwhile, single file front. Oh, one car hard off the wall. Fisher off the wall as well. That Rosca again? Unsure, but we know we saw Elijah Fisher bounce it off pretty good. Meanwhile, at the front, Cannon trying to get away from Hauser. Here comes Ward. Right back to the bottom again. Hauser able to fend him off for the moment. Ward able to get a good run down the back straightaway. Right now, Mike Hauser all over the back of Cannon. Of course, Hauser's last win, mentioned it earlier, came at Chicagoland last season. But the former regular season champion has not been the season that Hauser has wanted in a way as he looks to the inside of Cannon for the lead. But arguably, Mike Hauser last season, the most consistent driver on the circuit, locked up the regular season points lead pretty early. I would say as Colton Ward fastest lap in the race, the last lap, 54.306, a bonus point for the fastest lap. But it has not been the season I believe Mike Hauser has wanted so far. Of course, a regular season champion from last season. Arguably, again, the most consistent driver has been anything but that. Mike Hauser enters tonight right now with only 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. So, yeah, like you said, it's not been the easiest. Oh, Hunter Azell, big save out of the 20. Goodness. Hell of a save by Hunter Azell. Is going to drop him back to 10th. Good God almighty. Let's get another look at that here. Rewinding it way too far, but nonetheless. No, rewinding it too far forward. Is there contact with him and Peppers? Oh, there is. Maybe netcode even. But a hell of a save. Had to hold on to his Skittles for that. Well, drop Azell. Back to 9th. As a matter of fact, Robert Wilhoit's cracked inside the top 10. Drivers coming all over the place as Jeffrey Peppers blinks a little bit. Elijah Fisher working himself back inside the top 10. Mike Hauser has led 2 laps so far tonight. Gannon looks to the inside again. Ward's looking all over the place trying to figure out something. Right now, Peppers looks to the inside of Morrison. Single foul through the tunnel turn. Peppers trying to get fifth away from Matt Morrison. He'll get it. So right now, biggest movers of the race from where they started tonight. Colton Ward up 16, which is no surprise in its own right. Matt Morrison up 15. Peppers up 8. Will Hoyt up 7. However, biggest droppers since the start of the race. Ben Knert, 12 spots from where he started. Chris Liotta down 8. Bobby Hadaway down 6 as well. So they are your biggest droppers of the race so far tonight. As right now, Colton Ward up to 2nd. Of course, Cade Cannon dominated the early parts of this race. Right now, the 9 car looking to probably slip back just a little bit. Not sure how that car is in traffic. As Hauser leads yet again. Well, speak too soon. Cade Cannon right back to the bottom. But that nine's fast tonight, might I say. Pretty fast looking car. Arguably the fastest Chevrolet next to Colt Ward in the field tonight. That's right. Oh, contact with him and Hauser. A little bit of a contact there. Cannon's going to take the bottom lane. Hauser going to be forced to run up the track a little bit. Ward's going to slide into third again. Cade Cannon back out front with 52 laps to go. Right now it has been wide open right from the get-go. Just joined us tonight. Race recap so far. Mike Hauser, your leader currently. Well, really it's a toss-up between him and Cannon. But Mike Hauser / Cade Cannon, your leader. 2 cautions for 6 laps. 3 official lead changes of the night, but it has been way more than that unofficially. The weather tonight in the Pocono Mountains, a nice crisp 70 degrees, but 16 mile an hour wind speeds out of the northeast with cloudy skies, humidity 83%. And that is the Raging Idiot Racing Network Channel 7 news for tonight. Other than it's supposed to rain all night tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow in North Carolina. But we ain't worried about that right now. Right now we're worried about the lead. How about Cannon blocking all lanes, trying to block all comers? Good grief. Right now, Cannon doing everything he can to get away. Right now, an update on Elijah Fisher. Well, he's crawled back up to 7th. You're right on board with the fastest fishing racing. Right now, sitting 7th, of course, after contact with Henderson. Still unaware, and it might not be as bad as what it looked. But you got to wonder, is there wheel damage that could affect the 16? Well, he's knocked the wall down a couple more times since then. So, I don't know if it's just an ill-handling race car. But right now, this car seems not to be really in any sort of hurt, so to speak. Big run down to the toe turn. Going to look to the inside of Peppers. Going single-handedly pretty much get it done for the most part. There it is, off the wall again. Not near as bad though. Pepper's pushing him in that 24 machine. With 48 to go, and right now Colt Ward all over the back bumper of his teammate. Well, he still got all the way back to 7th. Oh, that's good Pepsi. Right now, Ward just lying in wait. But really, I mean, compared to the last lap times that we've been seeing, right now, Cannon's actually been faster than Ward. We'll see what this next lap is. Ward's slightly faster. I mean, not by much. But you got to think, Colt Ward, 4 wins in the season so far. Already pretty much establishing himself as a title favorite early in the season. time just to see what this next lap looks like. Right now, top 6 separated by just under a second. Mike Hauser has slid back to 4th after the restart. Matt Morrison having a quiet night, but has worked themselves into the top 5. At the line, we'll know right here. That time, Cannon slightly faster again. But at number 9, it's a bad fast machine. As Hauser looks to the inside of Travis Farmer again, battle for the 3rd spot. Ward going to the outside, trying to get a run off of turn 4. Farmer hard off the wall that time. Right now, Matt Morrison looking to the inside of Hauser again. Not going to be able to get there. Travis Farmer up to 2nd after getting around Colton Ward. There you see the gap. It's falling back down to 6. Steel Pepper starting to slide back a little bit. That's Travis Farmer for the lead on Cade Cannon, and he's got it. Colton Ward will slide right back into 30. Ryan on board now with Travis Farmer. Cutting the air off of Cannon, gonna put him all that dirty air, gonna make him use that right front more, having to turn a lot more to keep the car rotating. And you see the result, 0.2 of a second gap. Cannon right back in the slipstream again though. However, is it too late to make a dive bomb move? It is. Down the back straightaway, you see that run. One more time. Cannon's going to look to the inside this time, entering the total turn. Going to be a little bit tight. Cannon not able to make it work yet. Down the back straightaway, Colton Ward. Bit of a shot to the back of Cannon. Just enough to send him into the 3rd corner. Cade Cannon with the lead momentarily. Farmer had to lift. But it's going to get right back to the inside. Here comes Colt Ward, however, going to keep it from getting there. Side by side for 2nd. Cannon leads. Elijah Fisher working himself back up and finally back in the top 5. Right now, who's going to lead at the halfway mark? Cade Cannon, 0.2 of a second. Entering the flat part. Give it to K Cannon. Travis Farmer right back to the inside. Jesus. Hauser all the way down to the bottom. Not sure if Hauser got loose or what the deal was. Ward cuts him some slack. Elijah Fisher looks to the inside. Top 2 in points, battling for 4th. Meanwhile, Travis Farmer scoots away. Oh, big crash in the back. Matt Morrison and Elijah Fisher. All right, Big's a bit of the. Oh, no, there's more. Colt Ward, meatball damage to the 42. Mike Hauser involved in this one. Hauser's gone. There's Mike Hauser. What in the hell has happened? Well, look at it from the far chase, because I have no idea in my own right. Fisher gets a run. Meatball flag to Mike Hauser. Oh, Fisher hooks him. And into Colton Ward, and good grief. Run on board with Elijah Fisher. Well, this is a team owner's worst nightmare. That's earlier in the race. Sorry, folks. Gotta go back forward here a little bit. Pushing. Tries to follow Hauser, and the bumpers just get misaligned. Now, right on board with Mike Hauser. Good grief. Bit of a lag there. So we'll come back with Colton Ward. Big points implications already. Right now, Colton Ward still seated 3rd. Light official, you see the damage to that 16 machine. Well, matter of fact, yeah, there is pretty decent damage. Travis Farmer is in. See if we can't get a quick word with Colton Ward. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I guess so.
Well, hell, take me through it. Then it pretty much just fill in your lap. Do you know how bad the car is? Is it terminal, or can it be fixed and still be competitive?
Well, right now required's 30 minutes, and then I got 4 minutes of optional. So I mean, I think I should be fine.
You said 30 minutes?
But I got 4 minutes of optional. But I can't believe that was even a meatball. Like, I was just on the wall.
So how much required do you have? None?
It was just 30 seconds.
Oh, I thought you said 30 minutes. Well,
No.
But buddy, I got to ask, it's been intense all night. Is this kind of just a product of how big these cars react in a draft, or really, what's your opinion on it?
Yeah, you want to stay in the draft to do it. Can't really pull away.
Well, buddy, hopefully damage gets all fixed. Hopefully we'll get talked to you at the end of this thing still.
All right, I'm at 340 left.
Hell yeah. All right, buddy, best of luck.
Bye.
Well, joining the next driver in the garage. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Well, as I mentioned, a team owner's worst nightmare. Take us through really what happened for your side of things. Was it just a bit of a misjudge, miscommunication? What was going on prior to turn one?
Well, I'm sure you saw it. Draft is everything here, and Elijah and I were trying to work together, kind of how Colton and Cade were working earlier. I felt like if we were up there, we could definitely control the race because this thing is so fast tonight, and Elijah was giving me a push to try to get to the inside of Cade. I went to Cade's inside, and I don't know if Elijah just couldn't get off me in time, and he got me turned. And when that happened, my wheel got disconnected, which has been a trend for the past couple of weeks. When I put so much wheel into it, it disconnects, and it grenaded my motor when it did that because the car just kept revving, and I couldn't turn it off in time. So I think our night's done, and I don't know. I had tonight circled on the calendar, and I was really looking forward to it, and felt like $1 million out there slicing and dicing for the lead, and we're gonna come home last place tonight, which really frickin' stinks.
Well, I got to ask you. I know there's probably one question you don't want to be asked right now, but I got to ask as we go forward to Mid-Ohio, Gateway, New Hampshire, iRacing Super Speedway, and a couple more. You sit 73 to the good in the points tonight. How will this affect how you run these next few tracks? Because each one brings their own unique type of driver skill and racecraft to the table. How does this affect going forward for the 43?
Yeah, I think probably just gonna have to play it safer. You know, I thought I was being patient tonight, and I guess I wasn't. I guess you can always be more patient, you can always be more cautious, but I guess we're just gonna have to keep our head down and go for top 10s instead of going for wins, which kills me because I know we have what it takes to win, and feel like we've had what it took to win the past how many frickin' weeks. So we're just gonna have to do that, and hope we don't lose too many spots.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck going forward from here on out. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Garrett.
We mentioned earlier that it has not been the season Mike Hauser wanted. Definitely not the season. And I hate to put him on the spot like this, but meanwhile, further in the back, Jason Williams around. He saved it. Caution still out. Good grief. God almighty. All right, what has happened? Oh, okay. Well, Farmer and Morrison come together. Will Hoyt, Henning gets into Jason Williams. Good grief, a hell of a save. Look at that one more time. Pretty much get it from the Racing Idiot Racing Network blink camera. Well, Kennan's going to make it 3 wide. Kennan's going to put Farmer in a bit of a bad spot, but nothing too bad. You can go 3 wide. Morrison comes down. Farmer kind of holds his line. Contact with the 22 and, of course, the 40. Hell of a save. Really lucky it was not any bigger. Of course, the caution being thrown, even though nobody goes around, still safe than sorry. That's how I view it. Get Stephen Henning in here after that. Stephen Henning, I got a dude white if you need one. He ain't even here. Try this one more time.
You there?
There he is. About time.
You're quiet.
Oh, brother. Give me a break. Anyway, needless to say, Cass got 9 lives. Steven just used one of his.
I don't know. The 40 or me, we both don't have damage, so I don't know how the hell we managed that. But yeah, we're living.
Well, take me through the night. Obviously, had the track position prior to the pit stop. Now that's all gone. But how hard has it really been to try to make ground here tonight?
I mean, we pulled the pin. We're just waiting for it to blow up at this point. We've been lucky so far with it, but we got a little too close for comfort there that last caution. But hopefully that's it for the night.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully, get to talk to you and end this thing.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Good God. Get another driver in here. Jason Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, I got to ask, did you kind of just show Hayden how it's done when it comes to saving a race car?
You cut out there, Garrett. It may have been my headset.
I said, was that right there kind of just show Hayden how to save a race car?
Yeah, I was just trying to show off a little bit. Got a little bit of damage, but we just come in and got it all took care of. So we're good to the end here now.
Well, take me through. What did you feel like you saw happen? Were you expecting Morrison to come down the track and that kind of just accordioned everybody?
Well, I seen Morrison sideways, and I believe Robert come down below him and got into me. So they don't know from there on. They said I got a good save. That's about all I know.
Well, buddy, best of luck going forward here on out. I will ask you this. Confidence level entering the next few weeks. You finally have made it back inside the top 10 in the points. Right now, sit 31 to the good as we approach these next few weeks. How will this affect the 40 going forward? Do you feel optimistic that you can still make it in?
Yeah, I really do. I think I'll make it in this time. Road courses is not my number one race, but I know how to finish. So we'll just plan on finishing those and then see where we're at the end.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So re-rack the top 10. Jeffrey Peppers, Cade Cannon, first and second. How about Hot Shot Henderson back in the mix? He'll restart fourth next to Travis Farmer. Jesse Glover in the top 5. Hunter Rozelle, Ben Kennert, Chris Ludd, Elijah Fisher, Christopher Roska. A lot of new faces inside the top 5. Of course, Jeffrey Peppers on a 9-lap run. Everybody else all the way down, either 5 or 6, all the way to the 36 of Christopher Roska, who's on a 8-lap run as it stands right now. So right now, with 32 laps to go whenever they take the green flag, this very well possibly could be the run to the end. Unsure at the moment. Matter of fact, I'll get my pit reporter. Aaron Stan, do you happen to know how long these guys can go on a fuel window here?
No, I don't, Garrett. Probably like 35 laps.
Okay.
I would assume.
All right. Well, that works, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Have a good one, Garrett.
You too. I put him on the spot for that one. 32. Oh, big cut out around. Into the wall hard. God almighty. Perhaps one of the fastest cars in the Pocono Mountains. And the night is done for the 46. Goodness. Massive damage done to that car. Massive damage. Joker belongs in the junkyard now. Let's look at it. Blimp camera. Gets a great restart. Going to look to the inside of Glover. They're going to go 3 wide. All get kind of pinched together. That's pretty much just ran out of room at that point. Ran out of room indeed, and of course, I mean, yeah, really, it's just a pinch spot. Perhaps the 46 comes down a little bit, but a wicked shot into the inside retaining wall. I'm sure that hurts. Right on board with Ben Kennard for this. Seen a lot of incidences in real life happen in return one. Moves like that, and tonight it'll bite Ben Kennard. Dan Shane, too, driver that started third tonight. Unfortunately, done for the evening. You can't get a word with him. Ben Kennard, Gary James up here, broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, first off, are you all right? That was a pretty wicked shot into the inside wall.
We'll probably have to take a trip to the medical center. That was pretty hard. Yeah.
Well, take me through it. Pretty much just try to shoot the gap, and then the hole closed up. Pretty much take me through what you felt and what you think happened.
I mean, the 99 ahead of me had a bad start. He moved to the inside, sorry. So I was like, the only option I really had was to lift or go to the outside. Tried to give him as much room as I could, and yeah. But our race is over. I have 10 minutes of repairs, so yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, but we enter not Road America, as we enter Mid-Ohio next week. Do you feel like that's another road course that's kind of circled on your map? Do you feel like you can get your second win entering next week?
I've been looking at the data. I've been doing a little bit practice. I feel confident about next week. As long as everything goes right, I'm hoping for a good result.
All right, buddy. Well, glad to see you're all right. Look forward to seeing you next week in Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, for Ben Kennard, it will not be the run that he wants tonight, but definitely showed up. They knew who one of the fastest Toyotas was. Speaking of Toyotas, right now you can see where your favorite manufacturer is running. Right now, Peppers, Cannon, the front two Chevrolets, followed by the front two Fords of Josh Henderson and Chris Lahota. And, of course, the highest running Toyotas of Stephen Henning Jr. and Tyler Stone. About Darcy Harr up into the 10th spot. So re-rack it. Jeffrey Peppers, Kate Cannon, first and second. Chris Lahota, hot shot, Josh Henderson, third and fourth. Stephen Henning Jr., Tyler Stone, fifth and sixth. Christopher Roscoe, Elijah Fisher, 7th and 8th. Darcy Harr, 9th. Matt Morrison rounds out the top 10. Right now, as the field is ready to enter one more time. 34 laps to go, 29 remaining. Right now, projected that Cade Cannon will get the 3 bonus points for leading the most laps. Still a long way to go, though. So Jeffrey Peppers was to lead every lap remaining. He would actually top Cannon by 4 laps and take them 3 bonus points away. And at this point of the season, where every track now will bring its own unique characteristic and challenge to these drivers as we get closer to Talladega for the cutoff race for the top 10 in points. It's only going to get harder from here. We're rolling. 28 to go from Pocono. Colt Ward already looking to the inside. Don't know how hurt that car is still. Here comes Cannon right back to the inside on Peppers again. This time they make it through turn 1 with ease. Thank God. Contact between Henderson and Cannon. Both leaning on each other. Henderson going to go up the track just a little bit more. Down the back straightaway. Henderson able to shut the door on Cannon. Right now, Pepper's trying to scoot away. 4-lap difference on pit stops. Well, I would think right now they're a bit even, being with all the con we had. How about Farmer in the mix? Farmer trying to gain up some more spots. 3 wide on the bottom. That black and green Monster Energy machine. Taking Fisher and Stone. 3 wide. Stone backs out for the lead. Josh Henderson. Where did he come from in all this? I tried to tell you. Hot shot after all. What we call it, that. And right now, Henderson with a hell of a restart. About Chris Lauda snuck himself into the picture. Chris Lauda enters tonight. 58 points to the good, sitting in 7th. As far as the cut line goes, Cade Cannon around Peppers. Peppers going to try to get right back to him, not able to get there. Oh, Henderson extremely hard off the wall. Built Ford tough, and he sure is testing that theory tonight. Right now, Cannon able to hold Peppers at bay for the moment. Chris Lauda looking for 7th or 2nd on Peppers. Stephen Henning Jr. settled into the 4th spot. Henderson back to 5th. Right now, Cade Cannon's got the biggest gap he's had all night. Just about a 1.1 second lead. Fastest lap of the race. Cade Cannon 54.239. Farmer now making it 3 wide, further back. 3 wide for 3rd. Loud on the outside. Henderson in the middle. Farmer on the bottom. Using every inch of this racetrack that they can. Almost 4 wide. Hunter knows he wants to go somewhere. Right now, Stephen Henning thinking, please get me out of this. Oh, Henning gets to the back of, or Azell into the back of Henning, going to send Henning way out the racetrack. Oh, Henning off the wall. Azell's involved. They're spinning the big one on the back straightaway. Elijah Fisher slams the outside wall. Good grief. That'll make me do my headset. Matt Morrison, meatball damage to that machine for the 5th time. He will DNF out of the race. Hunter Azell, damage as well. Meatball damage. Elijah Fisher, a black flag, unsure what for. This changes the entire complexion of this championship hunt. Pocono has not been nice to neither of the championship 4 runners. 24 laps to go. Well, let's see what happens. I think this will be the product of everybody trying to get everything they can with 23 laps to go. Well, there you see, drivers sending it hard into the tunnel turn. You're going to watch Hunter Azell and Stephen Henning Jr. Henderson makes it 3 wide barely. And that's hard to say. Azell does make contact. Question is, we're gonna rewind right here for a moment. Is the gap there? That's the question. Does Henning come down? Does Azell come up? Because this is where it's all going to start, is right here. Henderson holding the bottom. If I could go slower without pulling up the UI, I wish I could. Well, it looks like one. I don't think Hunter can arc the corner like he wants to with Henderson to his outside. Henning does start coming down to possibly make the corner. There's the contact. That'll send Henning up into that third lane. Now right here. Oh, Henning gets the wall, comes down in front of Azell. Elijah Fisher falls right into his lap. Robert Wilhoit, big time shot. Colt Ward's involved in this. Darcy Horror Arca breaks it into the wreck. No harm, no foul, I reckon. We got a lot of onboards, and right now, I would pull Stephen Henning in, but I'm pretty sure he is not a happy camper right now. So we'll ride on board with him. There's the contact that you don't see. You see the car walk up the track. Oh, yeah, right there. Henning bounces off the wall. It's going to collect. Colton Ward, even more damage. Darcy Harr slamming into the mix. Right on board with Elijah Fisher. This has been one of the wildest races I think I've ever seen. Then he comes off the wall. Fisher trying to figure out where to go. Tyler Stone's going to come right back into him. Going to slam the wall there, spinning around. I mean, this is about as big as it gets at Pocono. Hunter Azell's on board. Ultimately, right there is just two cars coming together. That's going to put Henning in his bad spot here where he's going to come off the wall. Morrison, nothing he could do. Azell, big time shot, probably. Oh! Jesus! Unsure who lifted his tires off the ground. Last on board, Tyler Stone. Then we'll get some quick interviews here. Stone just got slapped around a couple times and kept on going. Well, Phil's still pacing around. Get Hunter Azell in the booth. Hunter Azell, Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, the bad streak continues. First off, take me through. Let's start with the total turn and entering turn 3. What did you feel like happened, and then what did you see after you exited turn 3?
I mean, me and Travis were making our way up through there, and then, I figured the 78 wouldn't be as aggressive. I mean, we still got 20-something laps. So, when he sent it 3 wide, I, kind of stuck middle and, tagged 78 there, but there really wasn't anything I could do. He was able to save it, and then I think he just gave it too much throttle on exit and washed up the track. And when he did, I mean, he bounced off into me, and there wasn't, it was off from there. So I think we'd be pretty unscathed had the 35 hit his brakes. Not really sure why I got clobbered from behind there, but that's where most of our damage comes from. But the steering's not hurt. I'm sure it's going to be sandbagging like hell down the straightaways, but just going to try to finish this thing.
All right, buddy. Appreciate your time. Hopefully you can pull out top 10 here. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Right now, as it stands, Stephen Henning Jr. trying to get caught up, so we'll wait a minute for him. Elijah Fisher, black flag. Aaron Stan, what can you tell us about the situation with the 16? Yeah, I guess he stepped away from the mic a minute. While we wait on that, rewrite the top 10 one more time. Travis Farmer, you're... Oh, there he is. All right, real quick.
Incident count.
Incident count. Okay, thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Coming to the restart here. Farmer, how about Jason Williams? Up to second. We're rolling again. David Henning Jr., black flag as well. Farmer with a good jump. Pepper's going to look to the inside. Well, you know, Kay Kennan ain't going to sit around. Not with a car like that. That number 9 has been on rails all night, has led 37 laps. How about Hotshot Henderson? You got to go all the way back to Rockingham at the start of the season to find Josh Henderson's last 2 wins. Daytona and Rockingham trying to make it Pocono. Pepper's off the wall. Harrison looks to the inside again. Cannon's going to stay in second. That Tractor Supply Ford Mustang has came to life in the last third of this race. Farmer way up the racetrack. $19 to go from Pocono. Matt Morrison officially out of the race. Right now, championship surrounding. Of course, Elijah Fisher just getting done serving his drive-through penalty for incident points being exceeded tonight. Colton Ward has worked himself up back into the 6th spot. This is definitely going to, you see Jesse Glover back there in the back bounces off the outside wall, but this will definitely, this is going to make the points battle all the more good as we enter the next few weeks. Josh Anderson, fast lap in the race, 54.060. Here comes Cannon to his inside. Right now, Cade Cannon out front will lead 38 laps so far tonight with 17 to go. One can argue it is Cannon's race to lose, but he has got to hold off a fast Josh Henderson. About Robert Wilhoit. Right now, a season best run for the 22. Travis Farmer as well trying to hang tight. I'll be damned, Colton Ward's hit everything but the hot dog stand tonight and still in the running. All further back, Peppers, of course, in his return tonight, having a stellar run. Chris Lyotta, Bobby Hadaway, Jason Williams, Jackson Hadaway. H&W Motorsports top 10 right now as they stand. Right now, the gap almost a second. And right now, Cannon doing everything he can to try to break the draft of Henderson. You look at the ticker, the intervals is shrinking fast. However, Henderson will not be able to get there in the corner. Here comes Farmer to the inside for second. About Colton Ward. Again. Can't help but talk about him. $16 to go. Right now, if you're race control, you see your 2 cars, first and third. I can hear a hell yeah coming somewhere. Right now, Ward's going to try to get the run on Henderson. Oh, Hadaway slams Williams. They're teammates. Hold on, boys. Hell of a save. Robert Wilhoit, black flag, unsure why. Should have messaged the race control's DMs. Right now the gap still just under 7/10 of a second. Henderson's got to try to stay locked onto the draft, and the more he can. But really, I think Colton Ward right now, he just wants to be a nuisance to Henderson. He wants to try to let Ward, I mean, I'm sure Ward can get up there, and I'm sure Ward wants to win, but I think right now, whether he intends to or not, right now his job is to try to keep Henderson at bay. Let Cannon slip out to this lead. Either that or he's just trying to stay behind Henderson so he can draft up to his teammate. Unsure of variables at the moment. You got to understand how badly hurt is that 42. About time we got all the damage fixed, got some more. Right now the gap. Just under a second from Henderson to Cannon. To go whenever to get back to that line. You know what? The action's been too good tonight. I forgot about the inspired marketing through the field, so we'll run it up one more time with 13 to go. Okay, Kenny, your leader right now. 3 cars under a blanket for second. Hot Shot Henderson, Colton Ward, Travis Farmer. That is second, third, and fourth all the way back. Chris Loda. Enter tonight 7, or not 7, but enter tonight 58 points to the good in the 7th spot. Right now, him and Peppers battling out for that top 5. Oh, Bobby Hadaway turns Jackson Hadaway. Caution is out with 12 to go. Oh, my Lord. Good thing Thanksgiving dinner's over with. Otherwise, it would have been awkward. Good grief. Father and son come together late in the going. Let's look at it. Look at it from the far chase cam. Jackson coming down as Hadaway comes up. I mean, Bobby does slide up into him, but at the same time, midway through that corner, Jackson was coming down. The H&W Motorsports Top 10 has just gone awry. Bobby Hadaway in here. Bobby Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, sir, I got you.
Well, ain't you glad Thanksgiving's over with now?
Jackson was saying, don't wreck me, don't wreck me. I said, son, what kind of example would I be setting? And I didn't mean to wreck him, but I did get into it.
Well, hard racing, late in the going. Is it just, I don't know, is it just a product of just trying to get every spot, you know, every little bit of positions that you can? Or really, how has the racing been tonight from your standpoint?
Well, I got into the wall earlier and messed my car up, so I had some damage, and I finally got that repaired. I was pretty competitive, but man, it starts off loose, gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's all about tire wear and just controlling it.
Well, buddy, I don't know how race control is going to deem it or not, but can we expect that maybe Poise will come back and get some fresh tires on there? Or has track position really been hard to come by tonight?
It's been hard to come by. It really has. It's. I thought I was set up there pretty well, and here we are. Yeah, that wasn't intentional on Jackson. It's gonna make for good conversation, though.
I can't imagine. Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Ain't no problem. I can't help but laugh. Big shocker here. Drivers in the back staying out, or drivers at the front staying out here under this caution with 10 laps to go. Travis Farmer all the way down pitted. Top 8 stayed out. It's only fitting. Jackson Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got coffee, buddy?
I do, Garrett.
To be honest with you, in all my time of broadcasting, which is about 8 months, I've got to say I have not seen that happen yet. Take me through your side of things. Like, did you feel like he slid up? Do you feel like you came down? Like,
I have no clue. All I did, he was behind me. As soon as we went into 3, I was like, please do not wreck me. And then whatever he said, and then after he said that, I'm just around trying to save it, holding on for dear life. But it's fine. We laughed and joked about it. Hopefully we can get this thing back in the top 10.
Well, buddy, I got to ask you this. You enter tonight only out by 13 points. Of course, one of the ones that you're chasing, Cade Cannon, has led the most laps tonight and will more than likely lock up several more bonus points. How critical is finishing out tonight strong for the 8 team going forward with some more trickier racetracks coming up and only a few short weeks left to stay in the top 10 or to get inside of it?
Well, let's just hope nothing like that happens again during this during this stretch. But hopefully we can get some good finishes. I know we got a couple road courses here and there. I know we got iRacing Super Speedway, so that one's going to be tough. But just try and finish in a good spot every race. So yeah.
All right, buddy. Best of luck going forward here. Look forward to seeing how Christmas goes.
I hope it blesses me.
Maybe so. Best of luck from here on out.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. I know the commentator ain't supposed to get this worked up, but I always say I want good TV. I just made the highlight reel. Now that being said, re-ranking the top 10 as we go. Cade Cannon, Josh Henderson, first and second. Colt Ward, Chris Laota, third and fourth. Jason Williams, Stephen Henning Jr., Art Will Hoyt, Travis Farmer, Elijah Fisher, Jeffrey Peppers, the top 10. Eight to go. Is it Cannon? Is it Henderson? Can it be Colt Ward, Chris Laota, Jason Williams? Somebody deeper in the pack. About to find out. Green flag back out from Pocono. 8 to go. Hell of a restart. Henderson running Ward all the way down well below whatever you can consider a normal racing line here. Will Hoyt, a big block on Travis Farmer. Cannon scooting away. Cade Cannon trying to act like he's been shot out of a cannon. No pun intended. Maybe a little bit. Down the back straightaway. Henderson and Ward side by side for the second spot. Make it now, Lyota. Henderson clear for second. Cade Cannon driving the race of his life. And right now he has got to hold off the man. Jeffrey Peppers, I believe, is around. Back straightaway. We're staying green for the moment. Meatball damage to the 24. Meanwhile, at the front, Cannon trying to break the drive from Henderson. He's got Ward in his wake. Jeffrey Peppers made it to pit road. We stay green. Cannon, like I said, doing everything that he can to hold off Ward and Henderson both. Well, Henderson, you know, is going to be... Henderson's going to have to pull something big here. Cause right now he is stuck between the two loners of Ward and Cannon. So right now, any move Henderson makes, he's got to be careful about it. Travis Farmer off the wall, big time. Elijah Fisher up to the 4th spot. Keep in mind the points. With 6 to go. And Cannon doing everything. Henderson looks to the outside. Cannon up to cover again. Be 5 to go. That fresher tires of Fisher's coming. Only 3 laps, but Travis Farmer right now working on 4-lap old tires. Cannon up to cover again. Right on board we. This will be Cannon's race to lose. Again, Ward's going to look pop to the inside, going to blend right back in line. Henderson in the wake of Steele. Robert Wilhoit disqualified. Hunter Azell spinning into tunnel turn. Hard into the wall. Caution is out with 5 laps to go. Good grief. Lord have mercy, son. What has happened to Hunter Azell? Hunter comes up, makes contact with Robert. Hunter blinks out, but we can pretty much tell what happens. And that will be terminal. Hate to see it for the 2025 Highside Racing League champion. And you hate to see it if you're Cade Cannon, Josh Henderson, and Colton Ward. Well, I believe this will set up Inspired Racing League's overtime, which, if I'm not mistaken, no matter what happens, if there's a wreck, it does not matter. The caution comes out, it does not matter. They're going to race it out to the end. With that being said, ooh. Interesting strategy play. Points leaders in. As is Stephen Henning Jr. is in. Peppers had spun earlier. So Peppers is going to pit here as well. This is a gamble. Hunter Azell, done for tonight. Folks, we're going to take one quick step away. Do not touch that dial. We'll be right back. Live from Pocono with the Inspired Cup Series. Alright. This is it. The one and only green, white, checkered. Cade Cannon has led 53 laps tonight, looking to get his first win of the season. Josh Harrison looking for his third and in what has been a rough drought. 4-17. Colton Ward looking for win number 5 of the season. And more importantly, the points lead. Farmer going for his second win tonight. Lyota, Jackson Hadaway looking for their first. On down through the field. How about Roscoe, Glover, and Williams, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Both of them drivers also going for their first win tonight. Jackson Hadaway trying to get inside the top 10 in the points. Jason Williams trying to stay in the top 10 in points. Points leader Elijah Fisher mired back in 12th, but pitted under this caution. Will there be enough time for the tires on the 16? Will it make a difference? Well, we're going to find out. Well, unknown circumstances I cannot mention. But what an emotional win it would be if Cade Cannon can get the job done. He has got to hold off 2 of Inspire's best, the Hot Shot and the Sporky. We're rolling overtime from Pocono. Colt Ward with a hell of a jump. So did Cannon. Henderson slides back into the 3rd spot. About the best you can ask for. Down the back straightaway, they're jostling further back right now. Top 7 under a blanket. Separated by just over a half a second. Ward's going to peek to the inside. Henderson up top. Here comes Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer tries to play spoils. There's contact between Henderson and Farmer. Leota into the wall. Keep it straight for the moment. Jackson Hadaway moves Leota up the racetrack as well. That is for 6th. Right now, white flag. 1 to go. Farmer all over the place. Or Tyler Stone, my mistake. White flag. 1 to go for Cade Cannon. Can he hold off Colt Ward into turn 1 for the final time? Oh, it is going to be good. Get up off your seats. Right now, Ward doing everything he can to look past Cade Cannon. They enter turn 3 for the final time tonight. Cannon, Ward, Farmer. Who's got anything left? Welcome back to victory lane. Cade Cannon takes it at Pocono as Henderson and others right behind them. Cade Cannon to victory lane. Ben Knert, Josh Henderson, Tyler Stone. Rhett coming to the line. It does not matter. This joker here is about to burn the house down. First winner tonight came in 10 points out. And sit there and pretty much just said, I am going to be a part of this championship. And really, that car on rails tonight couldn't be beat. Cade Cannon is going to burn it down in Pocono. Travis Farmer, Colton Ward, Jackson Hadaway, Chris Lowe in the top 5. It is an H&W top 10. Williams and Hadaway, Bobby Hadaway that is, 9th and 10th. That's good stuff. There went the motor. Cade Cannon. Garrett James.
Oh. Thank God.
Well, buddy, and of course, I'm not going to go into detail. If you want to, you can, but I'm not going to spill nothing. But after the last couple months you've had, how does this one feel compared to the last win?
Well, first and foremost, I've never ever won on the Cup side. I've won twice in the ARCA side. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, those are great, but I've been searching for this one. And after the past few months of losing my father, about almost coming up on a year ago in February, and then lose my mother last month, you know, after all that stuff, I couldn't be more happier in this moment. All the hard work I put into this, everyone that has supported me since I've started this with my family, my girlfriend, all of them, it's truly been one of the hardest rides, but it's also been one of the greatest rides because as I will always say, every time I race these races now, I not only have my father and my mother now next to me doing it, but I have my sister at the same time next to me doing it up above. And all the people who not only support me, but the teammates, Colton, Aaron, sorry, not Aaron. Aaron's a team owner. But Aaron, just in general, this entire racing league, you know, when life has gotten the hardest for me with all that stuff going on, I've always been able to lean on this whole racing group and league to get away from all the hardships and just have fun. And tonight shows that no matter what life throws your way, you can accomplish not only anything, but you are never alone in it. And it truly, this is special. I literally joked about getting a first win in this fucking pace because I'm sorry, my bad.
I'll let it slide.
I will go ahead and apologize. All the confused, my bad. My bad. I have an emotional moment here. I take full responsibility for that one. But I literally joked with Colton and shout out to Jordan who made this paint scheme for me. I joked with them many times that I'll put this paint scheme on at Pocono and I'll go get my first win, and here we are.
Well, take me through the night. The car, obviously, in a lot of ways, in a league of its own tonight. Was it just the track conditions? Were they just as perfect for the car, or really, what was the drive behind it? Because even though we have talked about Colton Ward as fast as he has been, 4 wins of the season, it would appear through a lot of the race, even though they would get around you a lap later, you'd be going right back for the lead. It looked like it was that cool. Was there that good? Was there any reasoning behind that you can think of?
During the practice, I'm not gonna give it away, which pretty much everyone kind of knows. I tried something a little bit different in turn 1, and at first I didn't think it was gonna work until I started doing something a little bit different, and it actually really started working to my advantage. So I kind of saved it to the points of when I had a battle for the lead and everything. I used it and it actually was working way better than I thought it was. So I just kind of kept using that. Plus, the car felt great no matter what I did with it. Those times it did get tight, of course, but I felt like I could put it wherever I wanted it to and it could fly. I had a blast the entire race racing against Colton, the 46, the 13, Mike. I hate what happened to Mike, but that was a really fun time. That is probably the funnest. I know it was a long race and everything, but that's probably the most battles and the fun I've had while battling. It was great no matter what. And I will, at the end of the day, I have nothing else to say, but other than, and I just can't believe that happened after everything I've been working towards. It actually happened.
Well, buddy, last question I got before I let you head out of here tonight. Is there anybody want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Shout out to the team owners. Shout out to Aaron, team owner, and also teammate. Shout out to Colton. Colton told me, he straight up told me on that last restart, like, hey, I'm going to help you, but I'm taking it if I get the chance. I said I wouldn't ask for anything else because I'd rather know I have a chance to fight first, just be given a win. He tried to fight me. It works. So shout out to Colton and them. Shout out to Jordan who made this paint scheme. Love every paint scheme he makes is awesome. Shout out to him. And just honestly, shout out to everyone else, my friends, my girlfriend. Shout out to my family, the ones that are here and watching out from above. I have so many emotions going through me. I can't believe. Of all tracks, a tricky triangle to be my first win in this league. I came so close. I thought it was gonna be damn Sonoma, and then that didn't happen. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then for it to be the tricky triangle of all places, I will take it. And this paint scheme too was awesome. But shout out to everyone. Shout out to you for being a great broadcaster and also a great just friend in general. Great to just hang out with and all that type of stuff. Shout out to Falcon and Chris and all the admins for. I know we can get a little bit rowdy in this league sometimes, but shout out to them for still sticking it out and letting us have fun. And shout out to all the people that helped put this together, whether you are a fan or a racer or just someone that wants to help out, whether it's like what you do, race control, live stream it, wherever it is, no matter what, all those people make this possible. So shout out to all of them.
All right, buddy. For Cade Cannon tonight, he'll at least 70% of the race tonight. 56 laps. He'll claim the 3 bonus points tonight as he looks forward to going into next week, knowing that I am pretty sure he is locked into the top 10 for right now. Cade, hell of a job tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. With that being said, now going to a little bit different here. Unfortunately, Travis Farmer's mic microphone has died. That being said, we're gonna get Christopher Rosca in here, kind of the duty interview in his own right. So let's see here. Christopher Rosca, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
I was about to say. Well, yeah, wait, I don't know how to do this here. As far as Travis goes, as he said, take us through the night. It's a bad, fast 13 machine. Did he have anything at the end there with them fresher tires?
Not that I know of. I was basically getting driven through by the 99, so that happened. But no, he was really happy about finishing seconds again. But just gotta keep working, keep going at it, and hope to see one of our velocity cars in victory lane next week in Mid Ohio. But I'm not sure how confident to be in all of our road racing experience.
Well, I'll ask you this in his place, and then while you're here, I'll go ahead and interview you while we're here as well. But I will ask you this last question, being that you know him a little bit better than the rest of us. He entered tonight, plus 75 to the good. This will be, if I'm not mistaken, do the math here, this will be his fourth podium finish of the season. As we go forward, and you can answer this in your own right, the tracks to come, in a way, the way I view them, they're going to be the most. This is going to bring the remainder of the season to Talladega is going to be really challenging for most drivers. Mid-Ohio, Gateway, New Hampshire. The wild card in all this, iRacing Super Speedway. Chicagoland, Fuji, and then obviously the cut for the top 10 in points, Talladega. As a whole, entering tonight, 75 points to the good, walking out here second. Does that give any breathing room as far as these next few weeks, or can you never be too safe?
I don't think you could ever be too safe, but it definitely gives Travis a lot of breathing room for going into these next couple races. I know he's decently good at road courses. He's decently good at intermediates. He won't admit it, but Travis Farmer is pretty good at all this stuff. So the only one that I see him the only two that I see giving him issues are the two super speedway races coming up.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this. This is for you to answer if you want to. It's not been the season that you have expected. I'm sure none of the Velocity Motorsport drivers expected. Of course, Hunter Rizal firing off good to start with, but going through a rough patch of his own. Travis Farmer coming into his own tonight, racking off, like I said, his fourth podium finish. Will walk out of here also with his sixth top 10 and his seventh, or his sixth top 5 and his seventh top 10. And then, of course, the rest of Velocity, yourself included, has been a hellacious season to say the least. As we look forward throughout the remainder of the schedule, what is really the plan, not just for you as a whole, but maybe the whole team, but specifically going forward with these last 6 or 7 regular season races? Is there a plan just to try to gain some ground and try to get as high up in the points as you can, or is it just trying to keep Travis and keep that whole group in order and in shape, being Travis right now in the top 10 in points, and Hunter Azell trying to lock himself into the top 10 in his own right. What's the strategy going forward for you and the rest of Velocity?
The strategy for Travis is just make sure he keeps running towards the front and keep notching these good finishes, and he should be a solid lock for the playoffs. Plan for me is to try and keep getting better. I keep getting the short end of the stick a lot of the time, and not the best plan for trying to get points, but. Whew.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you and him both. To anybody you want to thank tonight, friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Whew. I gotta thank Robert McKay, who wasn't here this race. He told me he wasn't going to be here this race, but gotta thank him for getting both Travis and myself into this league. And Travis has really come into it, and I love racing the Gen 6s despite my results not looking like it. But I really enjoy racing these. I know Travis does as well, and hopefully keep racing these as long as we can.
Well, at the end of the night, Travis Farmer will walk out of here starting on the pole, his first career pole of the year, as a matter of fact. We'll walk out here second, and Christopher Roscoe will, if I'm not mistaken here.
I finished 11th.
Was it 11th? I got 10th.
Yes, I will get 10th. I think
that will be
my first top 10. And my second ever finish on the lead lap.
All right, buddy.
I'm better than what's his face?
Robert.
No, not Robert.
Hunter.
No, it's a real life driver. I can't come up with his name now.
Oh, good.
Never finished on the lead lap once.
Hell if I know. I can name a few drivers like that. But either way,
he died at Watkins Glen.
JD McDuffie.
Yeah, I'm better than JD McDuffie.
Oh,
A low bar, I know, but I think I can manage to stay above it.
At least you're keeping your standards low. Anyway, a hell of a night, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
That being said, being joined in the booth now, Tyler Stone, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a quick copy?
Gotcha, sir. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. About to get to Colton Ward here in a minute, but first I'll go through you. Matter of fact, there is something I got to look at before going forward. All right. Yeah, I figured this was it. Well, take me through the last lap for starters. You and Henderson coming together. A wicked shot for Henderson. What was your take on it?
I thought I was going to die too, to be honest. I was coming through 3 hard, and I knew, all night long, you see, it happened to my teammate earlier in the race. You see guys charge off 3 real hard, and they get up in a wall. And, it happened all night, so I knew it was a possibility, but you're coming to a checkered flag. So I left him room for his car, but not for a mistake. And we just rode it down to the pit wall after that. And I tried to gather it up, threw it in reverse, and got across the line as quick as I could.
Well, buddy, I will say this as you walk out of here tonight with your 5th top 10 of the season. Take me through earlier. It looked like just a complete cluster jam with your teammate earlier. How hard was it first off to try to get track position, as well as also with a damaged car trying to make your way back up through the field?
Well, if we stayed green, getting track position was hard. You could make runs, but it'd take you a lap or two to set up a pass, and by that time you'd lose so much ground. It was just difficult. So just staying alive through all the other cautions was a big part of it. I took a gamble early, kind of hoping we'd stay green with about 30 to go. Topped off on fuel, planning to run it out, and just kind of cycled my way back up through the cautions. And so managed to get the damage fixed and keep things rolling. And, it drove pretty good. And I figured some things out there in the last run of the race, maybe those last 10 laps that, helped me catch the 17. And just again, I mean, sorry to Josh. I mean, he was one of the classes of the field all night long. Just a really fast guy. Did not want to wreck him. And, but if you lift in these things, you're giving up spots, and that's not how you win championships. So, wrecking guys isn't either. So, didn't want to do that, but that's how tonight ended.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I got to thank you and Teresa putting these cars, this team together. We get together during the week occasionally and do some testing and lean on each other for setups, and that's good. I want to thank all those people who helped me make time to do this. I really enjoy running this league and glad to be in it. And thanks to you for running a good broadcast. It's good to do this.
All right, buddy. Tyler Stone walks out of Pocono tonight with his 5th top 10 of the season. Hell of a job. Look forward to seeing you in Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, I'll be riding
it. All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight. That being said, last, definitely not least, Colt Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Man, I was falling asleep.
Well, hell, glad I could wake you up. But take me through the night for you, cause it was leading, contact with Elijah, meatball damage, came back, make your way through, got involved in another wreck, had to fix all that, and then come back to finish 3rd. Take me through the night.
Yeah, first half, I was just trying to get to the front. Then I got to the front and got walled, which gave me like 4 minutes of damage. Then it just kind of took about 3 cautions to get like fully repaired. So I was like, I think fully repaired with like 14 to go. And then, I quickly got up to like 3rd, and then we kind of just had cautions from there.
Well, I'll ask you this, and then I'll let you get ready to go to bed. I'll ask you 2 more questions here. First off, your vantage point. At what points was it probably the best to try to make a pass? Was it down the front straight away in turn 1? Did you feel like you could do it pretty good in the turn 3? And really, did you have anything at the end, or were you pretty much committed to trying to hold Henderson at bay and Travis Farmer at bay so Cade could scoot away with it?
Man, it really just sucked to go into the inside, because like you just get passed by everyone coming up to the outside. So I mean, for me, I think like my best turn to go on the outside was the tunnel turn, but and then I guess then it would be turn 1. But really, it's just it kind of sucks being behind someone. Then you're just worried about going to the inside getting past. So it was kind of tough to pass because just the draft on the outside pushes them by.
Well, buddy, a hell of a night. Last question I got for I'll let you go here. Is there anybody I want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Thank you guys doing this each and every week. I kind of tried getting Cade, but I got on the pedal too fast in turn 3 there, so good win for Cade there.
Well, buddy, at the end of the night, Colton Ward walks out of here finishing 3rd to Elijah 6th. The points battle is only going to get better as the season goes on. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. With that being said, the final results for tonight. Oh, boy. They go as followed. Congratulations to Cade Cannon, leads 56 of 80 laps en route to his first career Cup Series win. More importantly, as we enter Mid-Ohio, he should be inside of the top 10 in points. Don't know how deep it is yet. We'll find out next week. Travis Farmer, Colton Ward, Jackson Hadaway, a hell of a recovery for Jackson. Comes on fourth, Tyler Stone, Elijah Fisher, fifth and sixth. Stephen Henning Jr., Jason Williams, Bobby Hadaway, Christopher, excuse me, Ross got a top 10. Darcy Hard, Josh Harrison, Chris Loda, Jesse Glover, Jeffrey Peppers, Ryan hitting the leader in his debut tonight. Comes on 16th. Robert Will Hoyt, Hunter Azell, 17th and 18th. Ben Kennard, Matt Morrison, Mike Hauser, David McCullough rounds out the 22-car field for tonight. What a roller coaster of events. With that being said, congratulations again to Cade Cannon, your winner tonight. Live from Pocono, I'm Garrett Jenkins, but I will see you Wednesday night for MMS live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night. We'll see you then.